All of what you're saying, Mr. Sharma, makes perfect sense. These are basic points India must keep in mind while putting together its anti-Naxal strategy. Keshav Rao, my question to you is simple. In the last 2 months, why have we not been able to put in place the SOPs which get followed? Why is it that we are making the same mistakes? Why is it that no lessons seem to have been learned from the previous massacres, Mr. Rao?
Well, I would repeat the same question of yours. It also shocks us. I know what had happened today in Narayanpur is something very ghastly, gruesome, and everywhere to condemn. But condemnations are not going to take us anywhere. We need to put things in place. It is very true, as Mr. Sharma has said. Well, I would like to comment on that, to demoralize the forces which are operating in that difficult terrain. But at the same time, we seem to have not learned the lessons. When we say this, you people try to mistake us. But that is why always I stress, and I continue to stress, with all vehemence in my voice, that it is only symptomatic. You are trying to look to these issues, which as a matter of fact, you need to look into deeper, analyze, disease, and you are only looking at symptoms.
Mr. Rao, you're talking about the deeper malaise.
I agree.
You're talking about the deeper malaise, but the fact is, in the ground reports that Rohit Kumar Singh put together, we saw what the deeper malaise is. The government is trying to give funds to the Naxals. The Naxals are stealing those funds. We've got farmers, we've got tribals. These are not hawks sitting in news studios saying this. We've got farmers, we've got tribals saying the Naxals are stealing their money, Mr. Rao.
I'm coming to you. I know that when you are saying, I would have touched every point that you are now trying to raise. The question is true today. Now, after all, today you have in Narayanpur or Dantewada something had happened. We shouldn't have. And it is being repeated. That means we have not learned the lessons. What are the lessons to be learned? The extortions, whether they are violated, whether followed or not, is another matter. Now, if they are not followed, why they are not followed? Look into Raman Rao's report. Look into Planning Commission's report. Look into you have with you the Prakash Singh's report. This is your headlines today gave us all these reports. So all the things that we have been saying that we have not been able to follow, but there should be something which is something which was a missing link, though we need to find out. But what I'm saying is, even to find out, the second issue you brought in today is about the money, which is really shocking. Though I wouldn't believe, but once you have said it, you have brought it before us, we have to believe it because there is some investigation being done by you. But not that the coal mafia started only 1970. Coal mafia was there right before 70. What was the government doing?
No, but the coal mafia has now been replaced by the Naxal mafia. You've got these images of poppy cultivation happening in Jharkhand. There on our screen, I want to bring Mr. Tarun Vijay into the debate. Mr. Vijay, once again we're seeing, just give me a moment, Mr. I'm coming back. I want Mr. Tarun Vijay into this. Mr. Vijay, we're playing out these images of poppy cultivation taking place openly in Jharkhand. Tribals have told us, local police officials have told us that over the last 2 or 3 years, the Naxals have literally taken it over. Instead of growing whatever they'd grow normally, they're now beginning to indulge in the cultivation of poppy because they get more money out of it. Why is it that no one is acting? Do you believe the government has failed completely in chopping off the financial supply lines, and that's why the Naxal menace is growing bigger, sir?
See, there are two aspects to the whole problem. One is how CRPF is strategizing its operations in that area. And I must say that there is much to be desired of, and CRPF and the other security forces have to change their entire policy in these areas, because they seem to be failing at every front. The Naxals are a copycat of the Taliban of Afghanistan. Like the Taliban are in the business of drugs and they get money out of that, and they blackmail and extort money. The Naxals are doing the same way. They get money by extortion, by murders, and by blackmailing, and by getting into the drug business. They have, the intelligence agency have proved that they have links with ISI, Ulfa, and even Jamaat-e-Islami, the extremist organization which is operating in northeast and Bengal. So in some parts of Bengal where the Maoists were having operations, their links were exposed. Second part is how the political support is provided to counter this Naxal menace. I am sorry that Chidambaram's war is being sabotaged from within by Sonia Gandhi, by Manishankar Raya, by Digvijay Singh and their ilk. So Chidambaram, if Chidambaram is weak, or weakened, then the impact is felt on the morale of the security forces who are at ground zero. So who are supporting the security forces? They find that their morale is down because of the political unwillingness at the top, because Sonia being a super prime minister, Chidambaram being her minister, so the message goes down. These are the two aspects that we have to look into, and the public support is there for the security forces very much. The media has also to do a little more investigation. I must tell you from my own experience, I was a worker in the tribal area. I have been to Dantewada and Narayanpur area quite extensively. More than 400 kids have been orphaned by the Naxal violence only in Chhattisgarh. They are being kept in orphanages run by government aid, by some NGOs and Gayatri Parivar and Kalyan Ashram.